Yeah, Malik's a unique guy. We've said that before. There's not many guys like him in the league. You go out there and the time it's one-on-one, you don't have to you throw him the ball. So everybody's going to have to do their part. All skilled players, quarterback, make the right decision. We've got a lot of guys ready to fill in, and everybody's going to have to do their part.
That is Giants head coach Brian Daboll talking about what it's going to be like for this Giants offense without Malik Nabers. Obviously, that is the big storyline. We've talked about it all week. That Giants offense really is built around Malik Nabers, his explosive playmaking ability. Very unfortunate ACL injury a week ago. So Malik Nabers out. You're talking about a Giants offense that already was not among the better offenses in the league. 17th in passing offense, and that includes a 400-yard game by Russell Wilson against Dallas. Jackson Dart, a week ago in his first start, threw for just 111 yards. Now, he did run for 54, and so he brings that dimension that maybe Russ, at this point in his career, in his middle 30s, has lost, not the dynamic ability to run anymore. But it's a Giants offense where if you're looking to maybe expose something for New Orleans, it's the fact that defensively the Saints are 30th in the NFL, allowing 30 points per game. So this Saints defense has not been very good. We're sort of lauding them for the performance a week ago, but they gave up 31 points and lost by double digits. I guess when you're a 16.5-point underdog and you lose by 12 and it's a 2-point game in the fourth quarter and you actually have a touchdown on the board that's going to give you the lead, but it's overturned, maybe it feels like a moral victory, but this is still the NFL. These are still professionals, and you gave up 31 and lost by 12. It shows the massive disparity. But the fact is, this is the most winnable game that the Saints have had in certainly this year. And they are a small 1.5-point favorite here as we discuss it right now. And Spencer Rattler, who met with reporters, talked about how he's trying to stay locked in. He's 0-10 as a starter. He's yet to taste that first win, and it's got to be wearing on you at this point when you continue to come up short.
You wish you already had one, but it's a team thing. It is what it is. You can't control it. It's in the past. We're focused on the future, so it'll come. We're working hard this week to get it this week, get it done for the team this week, so we can get a win on the board and hopefully start stacking them.
Will it come? It feels like, and maybe this is something you could speak to for Spencer Rattler, when you've got, I understand Kellen Moore has said that they're committing to Rattler. It's not going to be a quarterback, carousel thing all season. But eventually, you use the 40th pick of the draft on Tyler Shough. You stink. You're going to be drafting in the top 5. You're going to have an opportunity to pick a quarterback next year in April. But you got to find out what you have in Tyler Shough first, right? You're not going to go into that April draft unsure of what you have with Shough, because if you feel good about Shough, then you're not taking a quarterback top 5.
Right.
You're taking a left tackle or a defensive lineman, whoever the best player on the board available is when you pick. A great edge rusher, whatever it may be, whoever it may be. But if Shough stinks, then you might be looking at a quarterback in the top 5. So all that to say, I think for Spencer Rattler, you're getting close to this is it time. You're 0-10 as a starter. You're 0-4 to start the season. You're at home against a Giants team that's starting a rookie quarterback on the road without their best playmaking wide receiver and a really good defensive front for the Giants. But Dexter Lawrence might be out for this game. We'll wait and see. He's questionable on Friday's injury report, the final injury designation. It feels like if you're Spencer Rattler, you got to get this one, or I don't know how many more opportunities he's going to have.
At some point, a guy like Spencer Rattler, who's been given the keys to the thing to go play, gotten the vote of confidence from the head coach, at some point, when the microphone gets in your face, you're saying what you're supposed to say, because he looks at the same things that we look at, that you're talking about when you go player to player, team to team. These guys aren't stupid. Spencer Rattler's not stupid. And by the way, I actually think he's played well. I think he's done a pretty decent job with what he has. The guy's got no receivers to throw the ball to. Kamara's done okay. He's had a decent year, but he's got nobody to throw the dang ball to. But you're correct. This is the one real chance. What scares me is when you've got the running quarterback on the other side, it's just so hard to game plan for that. And I know Dart didn't have a great first game throwing the ball, but we know he can. I mean, we've seen him. So I don't think the Saints are going to win. I mean, I don't think they can win the game. I don't think their players are good enough. I really don't.
To your point about the Saints running, the one thing the Saints have done well is run the football. They are 10th in the NFL in rushing offense at 124 yards a game. And Spencer Rattler showed that last week, his ability to move the chains with his feet when he decides to tuck it and run, in addition to Kamara and Kendre Miller, who are playing very well. The neutralizer a week ago for the Giants were the 6 sacks that they had on Justin Herbert of the Chargers. Now, that was a game where the Chargers had to travel across country, and it was Dart's first start, so it was a little bit of an unknown. I do think for New Orleans, there's a benefit of facing Dart in the second week instead of the first week, because there is at least a week of film to look at him, potential tendencies, to see something about how to attack him in that offense for the Saints from a defensive standpoint. And they're going to be without Tyrone Tracy, or likely going to be without him, which means Cam Skadaboo will play. And look, Skadaboo was great last year at Arizona State. He was such a fun player to watch, especially down the stretch. He's had a good start to his NFL career. There's a dramatic difference between talking about the upper crust of the NFL, where you're talking about the best running backs in the league, be it Derrick Henry, or even if you're talking about someone like Christian McCaffrey, who still, when healthy, looks really good. It's just you're just talking about a different skill set, different skins on the wall, quality of player. I just don't know that the Giants have the explosive offense to hurt New Orleans the way that obviously Buffalo was able to do a week ago, or Seattle did, because as we've broken it down, each of the first 4 weeks, the Saints have had to go against a team with a legit, true, dynamic number 1 wide receiver. If it was Marvin Harrison Jr. or Jackson Smith and Jigba, you have gone against true, legit number 1s. And Kool-Aid McKinstry has not fared well. So if Malik Nabers were playing in this game, I'd be terrified, because I don't think Kool-Aid is ready to be a number 1 lockdown corner in the NFL. The Saints don't have that. So when you're facing a team who's got one of those dudes on the other side, that's a problem for New Orleans right now. But you remove Malik Nabers, and it settles that matchup a little bit for Kool-Aid. And then you have a rookie making his first road start, a rookie quarterback making his first road start. I think that neutralizes it even more. The Saints are a 1.5-point favorite, and I think they're going to win the game. And I think they're going to win the game, and I just don't think the Giants are going to score very much. I think the Saints are going to win this game 26-16. I know it's a 1.5-point line. That means it's a double-digit win, but I do think they break through here, because the Saints' ability to run the ball will allow them to possess it. They're back at home, and I don't think New York is going to be able to consistently move the ball and score with a rookie quarterback first start on the road without their best player. So I think the Saints break through and get their first win. First win for Kellen Moore, first win for Spencer Rattler. And I will also be fascinated, because this was the point on the schedule where actually before the season we looked at, and I said, I think this is where maybe you see Tyler Shough, because I assumed they were going to start 0-4, and this would be the spot on the schedule where it would make sense with a couple of winnable games at home to give your rookie a shot. Well, they're rolling with Spencer Rattler, a guy who's made 10 starts, who's getting better. These 2 weeks, Giants-Pats, are a really good opportunity to notch a couple of wins. Now, I'm going to be curious about New England this weekend, because they've looked really good in 2 wins against bad teams, and they've lost to 2 better teams, potential playoff teams. So next week against New England will be a pretty good gauge. New England's going to play a primetime game this week, so we'll see how that goes. But then you're at Bears, Bucks, at Rams, at Panthers. So this feels like a spot before 3 of your next 4 on the road where these 2, you're going to have a good chance to get them. You got to go get them. And especially facing a rookie quarterback making his first road start. You got to get this one. I think the Saints do. I think I'll pick the Saints 26-16 to get a win. Do you want to give a score?
I do think they're going to score.
The Giants?
No, the Saints. I think it's going to be a 17-14 close game.
All right, you got Giants 17-4. I thought you were going to pick the Saints to win every game.
No.
You were starting down that path.
Because I knew you were going to pick them.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.